Thank you, Speaker. I'm pleased to rise this morning to speak on behalf of the Coalition in my capacity as Deputy Chair of the Employment, Education and Training Committee on the Shared Vision Equal Pathways report, which was an inquiry into the perceptions and status of vocational education and training. I would like to thank the Chair, Lisa Chesters, member for Bendigo, and all of the committee members for their genuine engagement in this most important of inquiries. I would also like to thank the committee staff headed by the Secretariat, Fran Denny, for their excellent work, and all those who have given evidence, submitted submissions and attending hearings, either public or private, in person or remotely. You certainly have opened my eyes on some of the challenges that we face. Speaker, I was very excited when this inquiry was launched, as I come from a generation where most of the school leavers, particularly boys, left after attaining their junior certificate after completing Year 10. It was mainly those who wanted to attend university that continued on to Year 12. This, of course, has resulted in what we see now, a shortage of tradies. For a couple of decades, out of good motivation, we have encouraged our children to get a degree, even if they weren't really suited to or desired getting a university degree. It got to the point where, as a society, we were basically treating people either subconsciously or consciously without a degree as second-class citizens to our own detriment. I'm very pleased that this attitude is slowly changing, and those with VET qualifications are valued as much to society as those with a university degree. Speaker, supply and demand issues, they'll have this effect. On most things, we as a committee agreed, and I support in the main the final report. As such, as a coalition, we have included the following additional comments as follows. Members are concerned that the draft's recommendations overlook the role of the private registered training organisations, or RTOs. For example, 0 of the report's 34 recommendations mention the inclusion of private RTOs. This goes against the will of secondary education providers, who stated in paragraph 4.133 that they preferred to engage with private RTOs due to their ability to be flexible and more cost-effective. Furthermore, in discussing the government's recent Australian Universities Accord, the Minister for Education almost exclusively refers to university and TAFE, while refusing to recognise the substantial number of students who choose to study with an RTO. As such, members are concerned that private RTOs have been forgotten about in the recommendations of the final report, where there is a strong emphasis on government providers, and members request that RTOs be considered alongside TAFE as part of the report's recommendations. Doing so will provide choice for students in secondary schools between public and private education providers. We believe that government should be supporting both public and private RTOs equally to provide the best outcomes for all. Speaker, it was interesting speaking to several employers during the inquiry that said, if faced with 2 applicants with similar qualifications, that the applicant with the qualification from an NGO provider would in their eyes have an edge when getting the job advertised. This is another reason why we believe that the greater emphasis must be given to private RTOs while ensuring we have a strong TAFE sector. Neither TAFE nor private NGOs on their own are the solution, but together they can be. I commend the report to the House.